pattern, I mean the prepared speech, is going to be delivered by an experienced Toastmaster who has worn many hats. She is a chemistry professor by profession, past president of Chennai Champions, and yet she is a very down-to-earth person. For her, fun-filled days are always moments to be cherished, and celebrations are among them. Before inviting her, I would like to invite Toastmaster Sarathy to give her speech objectives.
Thank you, Chef Anita and Chef Prasanna, for that sumptuous starter. I'm looking forward to this wonderful course of meals that we have today. The first one being the one that grabs my immediate attention, which is the milestone speech by our past president, Toastmaster Shobana. Toastmaster Shobana, a lovely occasion to mark your milestone speech, and I'm looking forward to it. This is your CC10, which is the final project from the Competent Communication Manual. The objectives of this speech, which is inspire your audience, is one, to inspire the audience by appealing to noble motives and challenging the audience, all of us here, to achieve a higher level of belief or of achievement. Second is to appeal to our needs and emotions, either using stories, anecdotes, and quotes to add drama and effect. Avoid using notes, which I'm sure you're well accustomed to. And timer, please note, the time is 8 to 10 minutes. Very looking forward to it. All the very best. Back to you, chefs.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sarathy, for the crisp objectives. Toastmaster Shobana, as our evaluator said, is going to deliver her CC10, the speech title being Journey of 1,000 Miles. Toastmaster Shobana, Journey of 1,000 Miles. Journey of 1,000 Miles, Toastmaster Shobana.
Am I audible? Journey of 1,000 Miles starts with a single step. In the year 2017, I visited Chennai Champions Toastmasters Club as a guest. The positive vibration and the encouragement given to the members made me to take the first step into this club. Toastmasters is a wonderful journey towards understanding your own personality, your own power, and self-realization. This platform not only molds your thought process, but also empowers the personality and makes you understand what you are. Stay tuned to know more about my journey. Good evening, friends and fellow Toastmasters. I had many learnings from my mentors and friends in Chennai Champions. I would compare myself with a newborn, learning to crawl, to walk, run with the cautious and support of parents. Likewise, I was supported by my mentor, Toastmaster Prasanna, who guided me in all my speech projects and club leadership roles. From my mentor, I learned the power of patience. Whenever I call him to discuss an issue or problem, his immediate response was always, "Ma'am, there are two ways to approach this problem." And he will explain the pros and cons of both the options. And he will allow us to take our own decisions, learn and explore on our own. Toastmasters, real empowerment is making people around you learn the essence of freedom and independent thought process. These words are specially for a person who excels in every aspect of her life, who, according to me, is a visionary woman, willing to explore the boundaries of her life. She is none other than our club mentor, DTM Priya. I had an opportunity to work with her during my presidential term. She expects perfection in every work. And frankly speaking, I was not a perfectionist at all. I used to make little mistakes, blunder in every aspect of my, initially, in every aspect of my presidential term. But I developed the habit of being perfect, aligning my energy and focus in everything I do. And more than Toastmasters, my journey with her has reached different dimensions like yoga, meditation, etc. She will always say, don't look at the pool and think how to swim. Just jump into it and you will start swimming. This is not only with respect to Toastmasters and leadership roles, but also with respect to fitness aspects. Being a mother of two children, when I thought about my fitness profile, I was little reluctant to join swimming, but she persuaded me and she supported me, and I learned swimming at the age of 40. And I couldn't believe the energy and the confidence which I gained when I did my own swimming and without anybody's support when I first did the swimming across the pool. Such was her dedication and compassion and mentoring process she develops and she shows towards her mentees. According to me, as a woman, she holds the magic key to success, not only in her life, but also for everyone associated with her. Friends, Toastmasters also gave me a lot of lovely friends in the past 3 years. They are more than my family now. They are my team members with whom I had traveled 6 months of my presidential term. Let me start with Toastmaster Sakshi, a perfectionist and a perfect planner. I learned from her that systematic planning will achieve success in life. You speak with her for 10 minutes and she will give numerous tips to plan your work and schedule. Then there are the three important musketeers, the three musketeers in my team: Toastmaster Rajudrai, Toastmaster Vivekanand, and Toastmaster Ganesh Raja, Mr. Dependables of my team. The three musketeers were very good team players and dedicated Toastmasters. I still remember when myself and Sakshi, we used to reach the venue of Chennai Champions Toastmasters by 2:30 in the afternoon. And we will be able to see Toastmaster Rajadurai sitting there in the venue for 4 o'clock meeting. He will reach before us and he used to support us irrespective of the fact that he was not the Sergeant at Arms. Such was the dedication he used to show every week of the 6 months. And Toastmaster Vivekanand, with him I share a very good relationship in the aspect of we used to talk with each other in completing our CC manual, and we used to have a healthy competition between us in who will be finishing the CC manual first. And Toastmaster Ganesh Raja was an excellent team player, and these three people was the if they are in the team, then our team is made. We learned a lot during this term. Words are less to describe a very beautiful girl. In my team, she was none other than the timer of the day, Toastmaster Jayaprada. We used to work till 1 p.m. in the night for our club newsletter, Sparkle. Much of the editing work for the newsletter happened in Parveen Travels, in which she used to travel to her native in weekends. So bountiful of experiences and learnings from these young minds kept me motivated and changed my approach and outlook towards life in a number of ways. I have admired the sincerity of Toastmaster Hema and Toastmaster Shruti for their perfection in doing the secretary role. And there is the one person who I'm mentioning it in the end, but he is the one who is the superstar of our club. He has always the never say die attitude, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Every time he will be there to support me in all my endeavors. Friends, taking up leadership role was an important decision in my Toastmasters journey, and I would like to cite the famous Indra Nooyi, CEO of PepsiCo company, who inspires me a lot, not as a leader, but also as a woman. She has proved herself as a successful CEO along with other contemporaries and also as an ardent mother. When she first took over the leadership role, she had an apprehension in her mind about her leadership potential. She has expressed it in her own words. I quote, "There was a lot of anxiety when I took over. I realized I could have all the anxieties in my heart, but to the company, I had to project confidence, optimism, a can-do spirit, and a must-do resolve." I unquote. This was the strong conviction she had in her mind. Be it Indra Nooyi or our own mother at home, women from every walk of life have this conviction in their mind, and they develop this by analyzing the problems and challenges around them. Apart from conviction, women also have the power to unleash the talents and qualities in others. That is the most essence quality of a successful leader. The leadership opportunity which I got it as a president in Chennai Champions, made me realize the women's power in me. Serving as a president of this club, initially, I too had apprehension in my mind, but with the support of every single member in this wonderful family, I could take baby steps and I have walked miles in my journey. I, as president, was able to analyze and see my team members' strength, and I am very happy that my team members, Toastmaster Ganesh Raja, Sakshi, Vivekanand, they are all getting evolved in their leadership journey. This journey of Toastmasters, which began with a single step, helped me to realize myself and my potential. Over to the master chef of the day, Toastmaster Anita and Toastmaster Prasanna.
What a lovely batter Toastmaster Shobana's speech. It has given a fantastic beginning to our session. Now, it is just a batter. We need to add flavors to that. For this, I would like to call the Toastmaster Sarathy to evaluate Toastmaster Shobana's speech. To talk about Toastmaster Sarathy, he is a global PMO lead at Micro Insure Company. He's a Toastmaster since 2011. He's a great football player, but because of COVID, he has to manage that within the home. But the good thing is he has got a lot of time to spend with his family, and he's celebrating that change. Now, I welcome Toastmaster Sarathy for evaluation of Toastmaster Shobana's speech. Let's give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Sarathy for his evaluation.
Thank you, Chef Prasanna and Toastmaster Shobana. What a lovely, lovely speech and what a lovely meal you served up to all of us. I didn't realize you're a chemistry teacher. Honestly, I wish you were my chemistry teacher. The way you have this attention-grabbing voice, I'm sure I would have scored a lot more marks than I did. And I didn't score a lot, so I wouldn't reveal much more. But you have a very captivating voice and a crystal clear voice. You know, I think it's quite evident that you are a professor because you have this natural command, not just over the language, but over the audience by the way you use your voice. So that's something that I am definitely taking away, and look forward to the next time I hear that voice somewhere on screen or somewhere else. Lovely voice, Shobana ma'am. And in this particular speech, right, what are the various extra ingredients that you served up that really gave it that extra notch? The first one was, I think, the lovely use of anecdotes right through your speech. Normally, you see one or two stories. You served up lots of different stories, lots of different ingredients, and each had these minor incidents that we could all take away, right? With Prasanna, you can imagine him giving you, when you ask for a simple answer, he'll give you two options and tell you that it's up to you to decide. So that was quite funny thinking about it. And then with Priya, giving you some, when you go for some simple advice, she'll give you some motivational over the top advice that gets you doing something much bigger than you originally planned to do. um, and with your team members, I thought it was a lovely tribute that you added with the incidents with each one of them. So lovely use of anecdotes, not sticking to just one or two stories, but laying out a lot of story, each of them having their own flavor and depth, was very well done. The choice of words that you used, I'm not sure if it's off the cuff or planned, but I really enjoyed them. You had candid spirit, optimistic, and even the way you use them, I thought added a lot of flavor. For example, when when you told that Priya expects perfection in every work, and then you added that pause, and then you said, and but frankly speaking, and we knew that something funny was coming up. So the way you uh, transition to that was really good with the words. And with respect to the other small things, right? So I think I like seeing the fingers that you were using, the finger gestures. I think they added a lot of extra dimension as you were talking. So that was interesting to see. Though you don't have the same stage presence, you are still able to add that extra touch with the finger pointing. In terms of things that could have taken this dish to a 5-star restaurant level, I think two things that come to mind as things that you could think about. One is just the simple technology thing in front of being on your face and being closer to the screen and not using a mic. Maybe you're hesitant about it, but as you said, as Priya said, don't look into the pool, just jump in, try using without the mic, and I'm sure it'll work just fine. The second thing I would have loved to see is maybe try out, instead of having the message with each layer, do it towards the end. I was thinking, why didn't you dive into your own persona or talk about one story? But the way you wrapped all of this at the end, Toastmaster Shobana, by talking about women power and what each individual contributor in this club made to you, and how all of them made such a massive difference, not just to you, but to the club as well. And that was evident through women power. I thought the way you sort of brought all of these various elements together into this wonderful dish and wonderful message is something that I'm definitely taking away. You are definitely much beyond a competent communicator as CC. In my eyes, you're a champion speaker as CC, and I look forward to the next wonderful meal that you serve up to us. All the very best, Toastmaster Shobana. Thank you for that speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sarathy. That was crisp and constructive evaluation. I'm sure it will help Toastmaster Shobana to make her speech more flavorful and impactful.